Hi guys! Alright, so today we're going to review 6 musicals that I saw last week, 2024. Let's just jump right into it. The first one is a big one. I'm sure you've heard of it, Hamilton. I first saw this on Disney Plus, and there were a lot of distractions at home, but I still really enjoyed it. And I knew that my daughter and I wanted to see it live on Broadway. I think this has been around for a number of years, easily over 5 years. Still one of the most popular, if not the most popular show on Broadway. So it was great to see this. We had third row seats, which were fantastic. But basically, my impression of this is that it was everything I expected it to be. It was a big musical, big songs, some rap, but not all rap. There's a lot of great traditional style musical theater songs in there, with some great talent, great dancing. The whole thing was choreographed from the beginning to the end, with just great musical moments. Again, dancing, singing, rapping, storytelling, very unique. There was a lot of history that I didn't even remember from American history back in high school days. And the crowd was packed, it was sold out, but there was quite a variety, quite a mixed demographic. From young kids to teenagers, all the way to grandma and grandpa. So this was my favorite of the 6 easily. I can't think of anything bad to say about it. Okay, now this is off Broadway, meaning less than 500 seats. This was further down. It was not in Times Square. It was further down, more towards the financial district area and some of the political buildings down in Manhattan. So, Titanique. This I knew going in that it was a comedic musical, and that it would be funny, and it was. It was the funniest of the 6 that I saw. Here are the other 4, by the way. I'm just going to place these right here for you to see. So, yes, this is the one where you want to go with your group of friends, and you want to go ahead and have a drink before the show or 2. There's actually no intermission in the show, and so make sure you get your drinks beforehand, your snacks, and you're going to have a great time. Even without drinks, you're going to have a great time. But with drinks, you're going to have an extra great time. It is loud, it can be obnoxious at times, but in a good way. There's language, there's great singing talent throughout. And it just keeps you on your toes. There's never a boring moment. And it's basically an alternative version of Titanic. And it features Celine Dion's music. So there's just some great singing there. Great humor. It's just a great time. I don't know of anyone who doesn't like this. Okay. 6 has been on Broadway for at least 5 years. It's very popular. This does not have much of a plot. So if you're one of those people who are into some complex musicals with difficult plots, complex songs, complex plots, this is not for you. There was definitely a younger crowd here. Again, great show to see with your girlfriends. Maybe it's a birthday party or maybe what do you call it? A bachelorette party. Yes. Definitely has that pop concert feel to it. You feel like you're in a concert. There is a little bit of a story, and there's a little history too, just like with Hamilton. So this is great because you can go and look stuff up in the history books or online. But essentially, it's the story of 6 of King Henry's wives telling their version of what happened in their life, and through pop songs. Great songs. You'll be singing these songs, you'll be listening to them on Spotify or Pandora or whatever afterwards. They're all catchy, and it's a great musical, if you want to call it a musical. It is considered a musical. But again, not much of a plot. It's kind of like more of a contest that they go through. With some great songs. I really enjoyed it. It was my second time. The first time I saw it on the national tour locally, I wanted to see it again with my daughter and my wife. And so we had some great seats, and it's there's no intermission. It's 80 minutes long. It's really good. The Notebook, brand new, still in previews, which to me is no different because they haven't had a grand opening, so they call it previews. But it's really no different. It was a full house, generally an older crowd, and it follows the movie storyline very closely. Of course, they can't include it, but it has, in addition to that, some dancing and a lot of singing, and a pretty cool water feature, which is typical for the author. Okay, so bring your tissue boxes because there are definitely some tearjerker moments, and especially at the end. The end is not 100% like what you saw in the movie, but very close. And there's some really great young talent in here, and it's just really well done. It was great. I loved it. Again, it made me cry several times, and almost ugly cries. So. Hopefully this will be around, and if you have a chance to see it in Broadway or maybe the national tour, I'm pretty sure there'll be a national tour eventually. It's a great musical. Yeah, I really like this one. Merrily We Go Along. We Roll Along. Merrily We Roll Along. 3 great talented leads, including Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter. And he shocked me. I knew he could act, right, from Harry Potter and all this other stuff he did, but he can dance. Not that there was a lot of dancing here for him to do in this show, but I looked up another musical he was in. I think it was How to Succeed in Business or something like that. And he had some great dancing scenes. He's a really good dancer. He's definitely a good singer, and of course an actor. So that was really great to see him on stage doing this thing. Jonathan Groff from The King from Hamilton, or you may know him from Frozen. Kristoff, the voice of Kristoff, he was great. He is definitely a natural. So at the end, I got the stage door. I went to the stage door and got in, and there was a huge line all the way from kids who weren't even didn't even see the musical. They knew he was coming, so they were across the street with their cameras ready, to the audience members who wanted to get autographs, like myself, and to people who are just wanting autographs for their Harry Potter books or their Funko Pops or their posters. So he came out, he was the only one who came out, and he spent like at least 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes with the crowd, graciously signing autographs. If you wanted a selfie, he would take one. If you asked him a question, he would talk to you. A lot of people didn't ask him questions. I think they were starstruck, so he just signed away, smiling. But I had a 2-second conversation with him, so that was great. Complex songs, complex plot. It went backwards in time as it progressed into the musical. So it went backwards. The story of 3 friends and how their relationships came to be, or going backwards, reflecting back and thinking how things evolved forward. So that was a complex part of it. The songs were complex but great American musical theater songs by Sondheim. So I had already seen one of Sondheim's one of his musicals, Into the Woods. So I kind of knew how the songs were complex, and there were similarly complex in this one. So this was very good, very good. I enjoyed it. This was a surprise. Thursday, there's typically no matinees, but I was bored and didn't want to shop with the ladies, so I looked them around, and shockingly, it was the only on-Broadway musical that had a matinee at 2 p.m. So I went to the box office. First I tried online, and there was a problem with something. So I went to the box office and got there 20 minutes before the show, and there was a seat second row from the front that they gave me for $79, which is a steal. So it was just me, and I think they just wanted to fill that seat. By the way, the show is closing June the 30th. So they wanted to fill that seat. They gave it to me $79. It's better than the first row. I'll tell you why. In a lot of these theaters, you're sitting there and the first row or the second few rows, the stage is right here. So you're looking up and you can have some neck strain. So to me, I would probably enjoy it in a lot of these theaters, the third, fourth row, third, fourth, fifth. But I got the second row, can't complain, $79. It was great. It went into the story of his life from the early on to when he couldn't sing anymore. And it was told from the standpoint of an older Neil Diamond in the psychologist's office, getting some psychotherapy help for whatever stress he was going through, and it went through different parts of his life. It was interestingly told that way. Lots of songs that I had heard about, but I didn't associate with a Neil Diamond, but lots of songs I really enjoyed. At the end, there was a sing-along to Sweet Caroline, and that was a highlight too. Everyone knows that song. Really good. It's going on a national tour. This was shockingly a pleasant surprise. So there you have it, guys. We're probably going to be back in the summer. We're going to see at least 2 more. The Great Gatsby with Ava Noblezada and Jeremy Jordan, 2 former Tony Award nominees. It's going to be amazing. And I'm pretty sure they'll be nominated again, and one of them's going to win, if not both, the Tony Award. And the other one is, 2 more. Cabaret, transferred from the West End with, and I can't wait for this, Oscar and Olivier Award-winning actor, Eddie Redmayne. He won the Oscar for The Theory of Everything. I love his works. I can't wait for that. And another one, let's see. Oh, The Little Shop of Horrors. I saw the movie. I love the movie. I love the music, storyline. I can't wait. It's off Broadway. Actually in Times Square, close to Times Square, but less than 500 seats, so off Broadway. Anyway, guys, we'll do this again. Subscribe, please, to see more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next video.